What's up, everybody? My name is Kevin Knowles. This is week 4 of YGOU University. I am joined this week by
Bryce,
Jeremy,
and Alex.
And again, if you do enjoy our content, please check us out at patreon.com/TCGUniversity. So how was everybody's week today? How's everybody's week? Yu-Gi-Oh, not Yu-Gi-Oh?
all right, I'll start. I went to Chicago with my boy Kevin.
Hey, Portillo's.
We fucking sucked it up, but it was cool. We did all right in side events, and then I guess we'll talk about that a little bit later. But I also went to locals this week. Also did terrible. Yeah, it was a great time.
Great
What about
week.
you, Jeremy?
I went to locals on Tuesday. Tried some new spice in my deck.
Hmm.
It didn't work that well.
What are you playing?
I was playing Prank Kids.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Don't even lie. It was good.
It was really good,
What was the spice?
except for the. So I played. Kevin told me about it actually, so I tried it out. I played one Thunder Dragon Dark and one Thunder Dragon Hawk, and so you get a spicy ending board of a Griffin with a Colossus and a Toad.
And the ability to
And
make
the
a battle
butler.
butler.
Yeah, and then you extend the handshake because you just win.
And then you got sphere moded.
No, I
Oh,
opened.
okay.
So I went.
It didn't happen.
No, game
Oh.
3 I opened 5 monsters, and so I scooped.
That's a good one.
And then game 2 I opened 5 poly spells, and so I scooped and then cried.
And you went home after round one.
No, that was last round.
Oh.
No, actually, the first opening hand I had that day, I made the combo, and I about jumped out of my chair. I was like, "Yes, it works! It worked!
It worked.
It worked!"
You
The
used
theory.
all your juice.
Yeah, pretty much
First
in that
one?
one hand.
And that was the only time all event.
I did it twice.
Oh,
In 4 rounds, I did it twice.
Alex, how about you?
I got wrecked with playing BA. And,
Against who?
Against you, Kevin. BA can. I don't think BA can beat
Oh.
Prank Kids.
No,
So
I agree. It was a pretty
might
bad one.
Just abandon it because I can
BA
beat
cards are bad.
You have 2
I can-
Prank Kids players at your locals as well to dodge.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're about to have a local regional, so gotta play around with local players.
Yeah, that sounds fun. It was a good week of Yu-Gi-Oh for sure. I did, in fact, go to YCS Chicago as well and sucked at the main event, but I had a great time playing all the side events. Actually, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun stories to get
Did
to.
you
it,
have
but
any fun stories from those side events?
some dude got banned for 3 years playing against me. If you're curious about that story,
I am curious about that story.
I forgot about that.
So personally, that's my personal story of the weekend. Was my highlight of the weekend. It's round 1 of a $10 side event. Right? Okay.
$10.
Worth it.
What a way to get banned. Okay, and so then it's game 1, and he takes a 30-minute turn 1. I just playing Spiral Warrior, just dirtle on myself. Right,
Yeah,
and he's
I was watching that game. I was watching him. Kevin went first, comboed off, and then I was just watching this dude just play his cards hella slow, and I just walked away because I was so bored.
I felt just sitting there with nothing, no interactions. I just had nothing to do. So I was sitting there just yeah, you're good, man. And he did a lot of takesy backsies. And I just kind of let it happen because I was like, you know what, whatever. It's a side event. I don't really care. And I'd rather you make the correct decisions and I beat you rather than you misplay and then I beat you. So then
So you and this person are essentially opposites in this very moment. He's taking this $10 side event so seriously, and you're just
well, I
What's
guess
going on?
technically, maybe if you asked him, he would say that I took the $10 side event way too seriously.
Which
But then,
is- yeah.
okay, so he takes his turn. It's close to time. So he passes over to me. I make a cool field of a Borolo dragon and steal some stuff and get over his things. Did some damage. I was at 11,000 because, Prank Kids monsters. And he was
Game
at
1.
4,500. It was just bad for him.
Game fucking 1.
So then he goes, time gets called. He makes a Boral sword. I hear the judge call time behind me, and then he special summons a spiral dude, equips it, and then says attack with Boral sword. So I was like, cool. Are you entering your battle phase? Because you lose. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, sweet, man, you lose. And he was like, nah, I was in my battle phase the whole time. I was just like, definitely not. And then we had a huge argument, called the judge over. Judge takes both of our stories, and then I'm just like, just go grab Richard, who's the head judge, which I know. And I've judged with multiple times. So I was just like, just go grab Richard at this point. This is just going to escalate to that position anyways, so just go grab him. Richard comes over, takes both of our stories, asks the other judge that took our stories last time, if the dude embellished anything. He did, so then they ruled against him and said, oh, you're entering your battle phase, so you just lost the match. Sorry. And I was just like, nice. So I just sat there, and then he Started cursing. He said Konami's dumb. Then he started to move into how Richard's dumb and how Richard does not have any chromosomes. That was a good one. Yeah. Well, he called him I don't want to say the word, but the R word to describe somebody. Yeah. He said that to Richard, who's the head judge of a YCS. Didn't think that one was a good move. And then Richard,
interesting tactical decision.
yeah,
to make.
just an interesting
We'll
decision to
see how it
make
works out
about
for
your
him.
$10 side event. So then Richard was super calm about it and was like, "Hey, if you do have complaints about me, my name's Richard Simpson. You can go over to the front scorekeeper's table, bait number 1." And then you know what the dude did? He stormed off after cursing more times. And then he said to me, he looked at me in the eyes. I looked at him in the eyes. He was like, "I hope you win all of your matches like that." And I was just like, looked at him. I was like, that's weird. You're the one that took 30 minutes for game 1.
Slow playing is risky business.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you just didn't time it right, I guess. That's your fault. And then, so he goes over to the front desk. Richard immediately grabs Jimmy, the organizer of the event, and is like, "Hey, I need to remove somebody from the event." Because you know what? Weird enough, those are bannable offenses. Well, he's already got a cheating charge because of the embellishing of the story, so he's already like getting DQ'd for that. So then just him as aggression, etc. And then after he went to the front scorekeeper's table, obviously he went to go complain, which is baffling to my mind. And then as he's walking back, Jimmy's standing next to Richard. This is from what I was told. I wasn't present during this part. Apparently, he threatened to beat up Richard while the head TO is there, and he's the head judge of the event. That's an intelligent mark. So then the police came, escorted him out, and I believe he's banned for 3 years. It could be more because he has a cheating charge, and then like 2 unsportsmanlikes. And then, just threatening to beat up the head judge, I feel like is just the nail in the coffin right
like
there.
A lifetime
assault
sentence.
charge.
Well, how it works is so you're banned for 3 years, and then you can appeal to come back. You have to appeal to come back. And so
It's like
in the
real
records,
jail. Yeah.
so in the records, it says that he threatened to beat up Richard because I asked Richard after the tournament was done on Sunday. And I was just like, what happened? And then he told me all this, and then he's like, yeah, I don't think he's coming back to this game. And I was like, probably a good idea. If someone's
that's
threatening
pretty good.
physical violence on you for you trying to abuse the rules and then it backfiring, feel like maybe you shouldn't be around.
In like a
But that was
Winamp.
my fun story of the weekend.
No, wait a minute.
Not even a winner match. It was a UDS.
It was a UDS
Oh.
qualifier.
He was like,
we were
"I
playing
want
for
to get
a
my
young
fucking
pin.
pin." Yeah. I'm
We
trying
were
to
playing
win
for
this.
a pin, which I did win. I won one of my UDSs, and then I got second in the other one, which is sad. It just baffled my
He
mind
doesn't
as
need
everything was
Yu-Gi-Oh!
happening.
University anymore.
And honestly,
he's not allowed to play it.
I just really wanted him.
therapist.
I really wanted him to swing at Richard, so I could just also swing at this dude.
No, you would still get in trouble.
No,
I think, for
I
that.
feel like if I was protecting a head judge,
I
they
think
might give me
that
some leeway.
They'd be like, oh, he hit somebody too. I don't want him around kids.
But it was just crazy. It was just crazy because all of the Kansas City players where Richard is from are around this area, and everybody saw it happen, and then everybody corroborated my story. There's yeah, that dude definitely was stalling for time round game 1. I was just like, yeah, I just don't know what he was thinking.
People need to at least try to be convincing in
Yeah.
those scenarios. Everyone around you can tell when you just stalling for time. Like
I
John
was a
Long,
witness.
I'll literally just be like
Yo, come on.
around his game, and I'd be like, "Hey, that's the 5th time you've looked at that card. Are you gonna play it or not?"
It's so obvious.
Shout-outs.
When you're cards in graveyard, you're like, okay. Okay. What do you got? Monster Reborn? Just use it.
Cards
And
in
then
deck. Can you count that again?
Yeah. Let me look at my extra deck for the 5th time.
He can play Pot of Desires 2 more times and still have cards. You got me, man.
all right,
Wait.
guys.
But I
Any
gotta
fun
take out my
stories?
calculator, calculate the odds of me banishing my 3 of all of them off my double stars. No,
All right, Bryce.
my fun stories. I didn't have anything
You
as
didn't have any
as
fun.
That's
as
a
much
wrap.
as much as
Hey,
Kevin's story over here.
you won a side event, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I won a side event. That's what I was going to bring up. I won a Winamat, got some sweet wherever my bag is. It's
Sweet.
gone.
The
but-
Blue Eyes Winamat. It's
Yeah, I
the
got the
Seto
Blue
Kaiba
Eyes.
one. It's
Yeah, oh,
awesome.
yeah.
It's actually super cool looking.
The other one.
Tam, maybe we can
Yeah.
get the graphic of it on screen. Can we get some professionalism?
Well,
It's
Our
in the
editor.
tube. It's in
Huh?
the tube.
Editor?
Ask our editor to put it in notes.
If you want to see the playmat, here it is in our hands right now.
And click the link
Sweet.
in the description for the JPEG.
Yep, this is what. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Whoa,
This
Kaiba's
mat
on
is
it.
sweet. This mat
That
is
is
awesome.
so
That's pretty
dope.
sick, actually.
That mat is
I
awesome.
dig that.
So I was very happy. But Bryce did it with somebody else's deck.
What? Yeah, I borrowed Marasco's deck this weekend.
Have green monsters. They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. I let them down. I misplayed a lot because they have. Well, part of the reason is I guess I forgot this part of the weekend. They're all foreign. I don't know what any of them fucking do. And the Friday night.
on Thursday before he leaves. He asked me for the deck on Thursday before
You
he
mean
left.
you don't speak like French?
Actually,
Italian?
they were
It's a
French,
mixed combo.
German, and I think just
It's
French
literally
and German.
it's a mixed bag.
It's
It was the
European
cheapest I
could get on
jambalaya.
eBay.
So yeah, I only
Cheapest
I only
thing you
speak
can get on
French,
eBay.
so I was fucked. And then Friday night, I just like start translating one, writing it down, and
You're like, wait, there's
gave
they
up.
have two
there's
fucking text boxes. Shit's ridiculous. I write one down. I was like, you know what? I'll just take the fucking game off.
That's legitimately what I did at Omaha Regional. Was just the judge gave me a game loss. I'm like, cool.
Happens.
Hopefully nobody complains about this anymore.
That's two fucking text boxes. You
And
have
I
to write
still
all
got
down. I
my
was like, this
invite.
is stupid. I don't even care anymore. And I even started playing. It was Friday night.
Saturday morning rolls around. Bryce is like, "Hey, do you have those note cards? I'm gonna start writing them out." So we start writing them out, and then our buddy from Kansas City, Kevin Ward, shows up. And I was like, "Kevin, do you have these cards for Bryce? He just needs one of each for English translations." Had them all. So we
yeah,
just
that
wrote
was-
down
that
like
was
10
good.
note cards for nothing. Like it was awesome, but
The extra deck,
almost
I still
like-
needed the extra deck in like Jackal King, which was the first one I did Friday night, so it all worked out.
it worked
yeah.
out. It was perfect.
Heck yeah.
And then my first round, some dude didn't know what any of my cards did, so I was like,
And you're like, jackpot.
I was like, oh shit, he's playing Madolce, and I was like, his cards are all foreign too. And I was like, good thing I remember 2014.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, those are the fun personal stories from Chicago. I mean, besides having Giordano's and Portillo's, which you should anytime you go to Chicago.
Ooh, and that fucking Japanese place.
Ooh, miso, ramen miso ya.
honey? That's what
Ramen
you're
miso
gonna
ya.
say?
It was tight. Everybody agreed it was so good. Yeah.
I just thought of an idea for a Japanese strip club.
Oh,
Well,
no.
I get miso I get miso soup because
No.
miso hungry. But I mean, besides those, I mean, I had a great weekend in Chicago. I thought it was fun, and I haven't been to like a YCS or like national level tournament in like 4 years. So it was honestly like super fun to be back in that environment of just like 2,000 sweaty nerds piled up into a convention center, all playing this dumb card game.
Having a good time.
I think
Shout out to my friends from New Jersey I met this weekend. They got paired against each other round one, and they sat next to me, and they literally rode on the plane together to get here. And I felt so bad that we started doing the mathematical odds of them getting paired up. It was so
round one.
sad. But shout out to you guys. You guys are super tight. I met a lot of people this weekend. Like I feel like everybody's like been chill outside of playing the game, and then as soon as you start a match
Super
and get
serious.
into time, people start getting
That's
banned
real.
apparently.
It's real.
Yeah,
But-
everyone starts getting a scumbag. Like check the clock. Like fuck, it was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, the first half of the round, you're like
unsportsmanlike?
big chilling.
Dude, I found out that like I found out that like you need to rush to your table simply for getting the
time,
seat
yeah.
that faces the clock.
Mhm.
Like it's such an advantage, like
Ma-
knowing the time. And
It
the
takes
console.
2
Tournament
seconds
meta.
to turn your head.
yeah,
that
and then
too,
your
but-
opponent,
Two
you're not
precious
looking at your
seconds.
opponent.
Yeah.
Humans are bad people. They
Yeah.
just
You gotta.
cheat.
You also
Yeah.
need.
He could
Just
he
cheat.
could be doing
100%.
things like
Not looking.
drawing extra cards.
You also
That's
need
weird.
the hot tech skill in Yu-Gi-Oh! Now. You got 30 seconds left. This happened to me round 1. Round 1, game 2, I was like, all right, you got it. Scooped with like 2 minutes left. This dude's just like power shuffling. I was like, oh, you fucker. I was like, you go first.
You go.
And he's playing to go second deck. He's probably thinking I'm going to combo. I was like, fuck no, I'm not going to combo in a minute and a half.
It's impossible.
You go first,
And
dog.
then he's just like looking at his hands, like, all right, come on, man. And then you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta like rush him. And then he just like T-sets passes, and I'm like,
Pendulum.
I turn around like 30 seconds, and then all my cards are foreign. And he doesn't know what any of them do. So we already got past that phase in like the first game, but still, I'm just like, I have to like do some searching. So I'm just like, fuck, slam, search card, I like pendulum summon.
5.
And I like battle phase. He's like, well, I might have a response to that. And he checks his fucking
Your
bluff.
one set card. Maybe set more cards if you
Yeah.
need to
And I'm just like, I
Consuming
turn
resources.
around like 5 seconds left. I was like, battle phase. He's like, I'm fucking going with battle phase. Dude. I'm saying it. And I'm like, I'm doing it. He's like, yeah. And I was like, kill you.
Oh my goodness.
Tried so hard.
Wow. I think we all learned that like time just brings out the worst in people and also creates
hate
the
it.
best stories.
Mhm.
But I mean, besides our personal stories, I think in a more serious note, we should move on to our next segment. So